Hello and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac. Most folks just call me Orange Joe, and last time we destroyed the game. We were able to go with, or get the best transformation in the game by far in Guppy, and we were able to just absolutely destroy it. So that was with Eden. We still don't have a win with a couple of these characters here, so I think we're just going to go with Standard Isaac. And we're going to kind of get underway. I can't promise you that this one will be a win, despite us being on a 3-win streak, which is nice. You love to see streaks in the bottom corner and keeping track of that, but, you know, I promise you nothing. As time goes on, I was playing the Switch version of Isaac earlier, trying to finish out all the post-it notes, because I've been grinding away at that, and in the Switch form of Isaac, I have done every type of run with every character that you can do except for the greedier runs with every character. I just haven't done them because greed mode is fine, but it's not my favorite way to play Isaac. And then I haven't done Mega Satan with the magic mush. You love to see that. That's one of the best damage up items in the game, that doesn't absolutely blow your run out of proportion. Like, it's not Ipecac, but it's pretty good. But I believe it's the Forgotten. It's the character that dies in one hit. I haven't done Mega Satan with that character, and that's it. Other than Greedier mode, Mega Satan is the only thing that I have yet to do. Let me try and get this golden poop here, get a little bit of money out of it. Yeah, look at that. Look at this. We got rich off of that. We can get a key here. Next floor shop will be looking good. Or if we get it, ooh, that was close. Key on this floor, maybe. Shop. I'd be willing to go to a first floor shop. Very rare that you get afforded the opportunity to go to the first floor shop. But yeah, I've been grinding away at trying to get Mega Satan on that character as part of the post-it note, so I can just start grinding away greed modes. And I'm at like a. So my ticker says -18 for the streak, but that's not counting the like 7 or 8 runs that when you get to the first floor and neither the boss nor the item room give you a damage or useful statistical upgrade, I just reset those runs. Like 100% of the time, if I am playing as that character and I'm not getting any form of upgrade that matters on the first floor, just start over. Doesn't matter. Ooh, that was a lot closer than I would care to mention. On us losing our deal with the Devil Chance, I would really like to preserve that if possible. And that's another thing with trying to do Mega Satan runs, is when you're playing as that character, you get deals with the devil for completely free. You don't have to worry about it. Literally, you just get them. You get them all for free, so you just fly in, get everything. But when you're going for a Mega Satan run, you just have to elect to not, which is a massive pain, because you have to wait for the angel deals, and the angel deals are really, you can't guarantee an angel deal unless you get certain items, which is a big pain. And on top of that, like, you're playing as a character who 100% of the time it benefits you to take devil deals, and you just have to say, nah, I don't want to play optimally. I would rather play this way just so I can unlock a icon on my menus. Is basically it. But that's, kind of one of the grander points of Isaac, is to, incrementally go, cool, I've unlocked this icon, now I want to continue unlocking icons for other characters, and that's kind of how it goes. And, I'm trying my darndest. We're going to check for a secret room. Heavily doubt it, but we'll check. Okay. Like I said, didn't think so, but oh, duh. This room would have made that impossible. But it never hurts to check. So the jar lets us pick up red hearts over time and then drop them. We're going to go with this card. 2 hearts, honestly, is just about as useful as the jar. We're going to pick up this key, and then we're going to toss some donations in, because we do want to be building this up. We want to level up our shop as we go through. But yeah, so it's really hard to be playing around with characters in certain ways, and then, doing what is already a challenge run and having a character that specifically makes a challenge you're doing even harder, But that's the nature of Isaac. The game continually tries to make the game harder, or it tries to make itself harder on you at all times. We'll wait on that, because that's the kind of HP upgrade that goes away if you get hit once, and I can't, because we don't have any Spirit Hearts. If you take Red Heart damage, I should mention. If we don't have any Spirit Hearts going into this boss fight, better safe than sorry. I'd rather guarantee the HP upgrade than take it. Well, being fair, it could have, should we have gotten hit, it may have a chance of preserving your deal with the devil, kind of like a Soul Heart. So I don't really know how that works. That's kind of out of my wheelhouse of information in this game, honestly. If any of you know, please tell me in the comment section down below. I'd be happy to have the intel. And we did manage to get the deal with the devil despite not having Soul Heart protection for it. So let's see what we got. Nothing to take, so we won't get deal with the devil precedent, which means we might be doing an angel run. Oh, but you love the Soul Hearts. You know me, taking some pills, as I do. Neither of them are really that detrimental. I know right now our tiers are weird, but they go back to normal. And yeah, we'll take this HP upgrade, despite our HP getting kind of ridiculous with Red Hearts, meaning we'll choke ourselves out of being able to use Spirit Hearts and Demon Hearts and so on going forward. It's okay. We're not that afraid of our HP bar getting too full, especially because, yes, I went all the way back just to drop that penny in. Especially because we, have a pretty good chance of getting deals with Devil going forward. Or Angel, but if we get Devil deals, that means we can just spend our HP a little bit more flippantly. Yeah, we'll be moving on here. I'm sorry if I sound a bit more lugubrious in this session than normal. We unlock Samson. I think in order to unlock Samson, you have to do 2 floors without taking any damage, which we did. So that's kind of cool. Had we not, we would have got the Basement Boy achievement from that, but we already have it. So we'll see if we can maybe get the other achievements for not taking damage, because Magic Mush is just coming in huge. Now, if we had gotten from that devil deal like Brimstone or something wacky, then I would feel a lot more confident in saying, yeah, we're just not going to take damage, but you can't really guarantee it at this stage. And honestly, this room, backing up like that, don't recommend it. really don't recommend that spacing with these enemies, but we were very lucky to make it out of there without taking Red Heart damage, but that was just all my bad. But yeah, no, for my lugubrious nature, I've just been having throat issues all day. I don't know what's been going on. I woke up in I shouldn't say the middle of the night. It was only about an hour before I actually woke up for the day. But I woke up around, what was it, about 4 or 4:30 in the morning, and my throat was just sore. It just hurt like you wouldn't believe. That's all right. And I couldn't really tell you why, but I was just dehydrated and had just weird throat pains, and everything was just going wrong. And I drank a bunch of water and then fell back asleep for a little bit. Woke up about 5:30 this morning and decided to get up then. And yeah, all day it's just been kind of weird. So I'm soldiering through. It's not like I'm not trying to complain too much. It's not like I'm deeply grievanced by it. I just, this is a tough one, honestly, with these walking hosts who can constantly hide from our damage while we're boxed in here. Not stellar. But yeah, it's not like I'm, in pain or anything like that. It's just my throat kind of hurts, and I feel like I I sound less excited than normal because of it. I don't mean anything by it. I promise you nothing's going terribly wrong in old Joe land, but here we are. And if you're wondering why I'm getting up so crazy early, it's just kind of... Should have just flushed that room. You're right, brain. Why didn't you? And to that, you know what? Because I wanted to do it to this room instead. I don't like the fat bats. They take way too much damage. I don't like things that sit there and constantly shoot at us from a distance. It's just that whole room is just not for me. Oh, Jar of Flies is really nice, but I think we're gonna take the Spirit Heart here and move on. And we'll use the 2 hearts too, just to we'll just refill here. I know that's not like the best play of 2 hearts. I could have saved it and we could have waited, but It's alright. Oh, come on. I thought for sure we were fast enough to get over there, but I guess, you know, thought is the operative word in that sentence. But yeah, no, I'm not, you know, don't take my more dour tone today to be indicative of anything greater. It's just sore throat, guys. I'm okay. But I'm going to try and record a couple episodes with this because I mentioned it in my Nuzlocke, but I don't know if that video will come out before this one does. Doctor's Remote is really good. I like it. It's really hard to place when those are going to come out now because they're, you know, it's an every other day kind of thing, and for the time being, you know, it might change in the future depending on. So we'll quickly use Doctor's Remote here, getting some good damage out of it. It may change depending on. Oh, I couldn't get out of there. God, this room sucks having a champion in it, doesn't it? I'll take Binky here. Love the Tears Up, love the Soul Heart protection. Here goes our best stat, and we'll move on. But, you know, it's tricky to really tell when these are gonna come out with respect to each other, just because I truly, it's hard to keep track of it when they aren't all uploaded in my scheduler right now, because I'm, you know, in the process of recording them, and it's not like I can sit around and babysit my computer all day while they upload. It's just too much of a pain, I gotta be honest with you. Like, I do it on some days. We're just gonna hate spiders. Not in real life. They're, you know, my little arachnid friends in real life. You know, scorpions, spiders, all sorts of arachnids. But in game here, I've mentioned it before, any enemies that move unpredictably or leap are absolutely my least favorite, and spiders are in the former rather than the latter category there. Not that they're overly hard, they're just a pain. Gigafart. Funny. Very, very, very good game. You've done it. You know, we're gonna see if we can cheat the system a little bit here with Doctor's Remote. Oh yeah, look at that. And we get the, as my friend Christina pointed out to me, thank you Christina, the Yoshi's, I forgot which Yoshi game it is, but the Yoshi reference from Touch Fuzzy Get Dizzy. So we got that going here, and we'll get the mushroom effects as we go through. Yeah, this is probably worth a bomb here. But yeah, if I could ever finish a thought, it'd be probably great for anyone out there listening. But it's hard for me to really quantify which episodes go up when. Just gotta be kidding me on that one. With how it's stacked up, it's really tricky for me to know what is what and where goes who. But you know, it'll come up. What was I trying to say though? I mentioned it in my Nuzlocke something. Oh, I look like a fool now, don't I? I genuinely have lost the buck on that one, because I know that I brought up the Nuzlocke and I mentioned something in my Nuzlocke before, and I was gonna mention it here. I lost it. I lost it a little bit. Oh, now I remember. Yeah. So the reason I'm kind of pushing through and trying to record today is because with college around the corner, I'm trying to backlog as absolutely much as possible. I really, really don't want to frick around and end up, you know, losing myself any videos, or, you know, miss a daily upload. I'm trying to keep on the daily upload trend. I would like to, if possible, keep that going for as long as possible. I like having that as so far being my track record that I'm uploading daily, and so I'm just trying to keep the backlog going. And you know, that's why, even though today I sound a little goofy, a little different, you know, I'm still going for it, still going to give it a shot here, but I can't guarantee that this recording session will be as long as my other ones. We'll see. We'll see if we find that spark, you know, if we get something that just ends up catapulting us into the stratosphere or not. Who knows? Ooh, that dodge was pretty good though. It was pretty spicy right there. You love to see it. But yeah, we'll kind of see as time goes on, as time allows here, what's what, because I'm recording earlier than I did for my last Nuzlocke session, because so I don't have like a set schedule for recording, but usually if I am gonna record, it happens sometime around, I don't know, anywhere between like 2 and 4 p.m. And it's about, 4 p.m. that I'm starting this recording session, which, it's not too, it's a little late, but my Nuzlocke that I last started recording, I recorded yesterday, and, oh, bad. And I started, why? Just, why would you shoot exactly then? It's really what I have to ask you. Well, that was just terrible. We would have been so much better off if we didn't go to the shop. But there's not a whole lot that we can do about it. Hindsight's 20/20. Should have just stayed right there. But, no, so I started recording that at 6 p.m., which, like, I know that this is going to out me as being hyper ancient. But right now, my bedtime is liable to be anytime between, like, 6 and 8 p.m. And, yesterday I didn't get to bed until just about 8 p.m. So, I mean, it's a guppy item. We got the 9% chance, which that's pretty great. You know what? We'll take it. Krampus can now spawn in our Devil Room. He's just a boss fight in our Devil Room. Kind of sucks. We'll take Horror Babylon, because why not? We got the HP upgrade waiting for us on the other side anyway. So we'll boogie on down here. But yeah, so yesterday I didn't end up getting to bed until, I didn't get to bed until 8. So I'm surprised that I was able to wake up at 4 in the morning when I did, but still trying to keep on that trend. I want to, with going back to school here, I want to keep on a very strict schedule, try and keep myself in line, because I am just the worst when it comes to waking up. Like, I'm liable to sleep through 15 alarms that I've set in a row. Like, one night, I believe I had set 23 consecutive alarms, going off at 5-minute intervals. Ooh, okay, Monstrous Lung, you'll love to see. Now we have some real damage potential. Not that Magic Mush wasn't damage potential, but you always need to keep moving. You can't stagnate, and until then, and Guppy's head, say what you will, but until that Monstrous Lung pickup, we were definitely stagnating. We want to keep unilaterally moving up, and we weren't doing that hitherto this point, to use other turns of phrase and pieces of vernacular that you probably aren't used to hearing, like vernacular. Sometimes it really be like that, eh? But why would I just shoot straight ahead right there? Is probably what you're asking yourself, and I'm gonna tell you that is because I'm a genius, and I knew I wouldn't get hit in that room anyway, so I figured why not waste the first shot and just make it look like we're great at everything. And, who's looking foolish now? Because it ain't Joe. It's certainly not Joe. By the way, we could see our map there for a little bit, because one of the mushroom effects gives us mapping, so we were able to just kind of get a sneak peek of what we're doing, and now we just gotta wait. As we'll charge up our shot here, but you gotta wait for the creep to dissolve in order for us to be able to pass there. Isaac's heart, or Child's heart, no thank you. We'll move on. Please, no greed fight. Excellent. No, we could take compost. It lets us spawn spiders and stuff. Some people swear by compost and say it's one of the best items in the game. I gotta be honest, I have no idea how to use it properly. Pick up Magician, Maz. There's worse cards. Soul Converter, nah, I'm good. Pale Generator, I'm very good. No, thank you. Yeah. We'll take Double Charge. It means our active item, whenever we smash that MF and spacebar button, as the kids say, it'll give us double the flies that it normally would. So actually, we'll do that up real quick, just so that we can get a bigger fly halo around us for when we go into the boss fight here. But I was talking about being an old man and sleeping at terrible times. So yeah, I'm just trying to keep myself on a good schedule, because as I said, that the 20, I think it's 23 alarms is how many I actually set that day. But it's the alarm clock anecdote, which it's completely true. There were times when I was growing up where I would try and get up for school on time, and I would set alarms and stuff, and it would wake people in other rooms of my house before it would wake me. Like, I was liable to be the last person awake, and the only reason I would get woken up is because, by the way, you love to see the pack there. Just 3 rate of fire increase plus damage increase. Love to see it. But, there were times where my alarm would wake up other people, and they would have to come and like rap at my door and be like, "Hey, bang, bang, bang! Wake up! Time to go!" And I would be very soundly asleep when they showed up at the door. And the alarms had not even remotely phased me. It's not like I'm snoozing them. I've had a lot of people who are like, "Oh yeah, I'm like that too." Whenever I set a lot of alarms, I just start hitting the snooze button, and I don't know what I'm doing because I'm half awake. It's like, no, you don't understand. I would sleep through this alarm entirely. There was no part of the alarm that was shortened or turned off. It was they would not wake me up, period. And I had to get like a really loud alarm clock, which that kind of had, various effects. It had the largest effect I noticed was how much it made everyone else in my house very mad. Because it woke me up with about the same efficacy as every other alarm that I had used had, except it had the added benefit of waking everyone else up in the house well before it woke me up. And it had a tertiary effect of being just loud enough to drown out people, banging on my door, but quiet enough, again, not to wake me up. So it was just really a wonderful thing to have. And then when I had moved into my first apartment, one of my key concerns, and when I moved into dorms for the first time, was with getting alarms. I was like, well, what happens if I end up getting an alarm? Oh, right. That's my bad. What happens if I get an alarm that isn't loud enough to wake me up, but is certainly wide shots? Not a statistical upgrade, but makes it easier to hit our shots, I guess. But I was like, what if I get something that's loud enough to wake everyone but me up? And thankfully my first semester didn't really have to worry about it, and right now I'm hopeful that I won't have to worry about it ×2. We have a library on this floor, eh? I don't know if it's going to be this one or the other one, so we'll give this one a shot for closeness sake. It's not this one, so we'll take that up. Help us on future floors. We'll go back for the library, absolutely, just to see what we got. Hopefully we can get bookworm. Not that it'll like it. I don't know how 20 shots and Monstros long work. I don't know if it doubles all shots or it just gives you an extra shot in the spread. I think it doubles all shots, but we'll kind of see. All right, so telepathy for dummies. Baby Bender. That's a trinket that makes all of our buddies have homing shots. Not bad. And Book of Secrets lets us know where sometimes secret rooms are. Sometimes they give us a full map. We'll go back for the secret room. Why not? We're not looking to really do boss rush or anything like that. Not with this setup. We'd have to sincerely have a power trip for us to be like, yeah, let's just go ahead and do boss rush. Because again, first time I did boss rush, we had Montrose Long. We also had the contact or whatever that is, where you have shielded tears. Super good ability. It's a nice thing to have. It really can save you from a lot of stress. Oh, we were too fast for our own good. I thought we were moving slower than that. That's the bomb button. Meant to do this button. Whoa. Oops. Kick the bomb over here. Great. So let's do it. Oh, it's a mom fight. So, yeah, we aren't even in time to do boss rush, but yeah, we would have had to be much stronger to be confident to do boss rush, because boss rush is 15 minutes or 20 minutes? I can't remember off the top of my head at the moment, because I don't do boss rush too terribly often, but yeah, we made it through the mom fight fairly easy. Got box of stuff, which is not great. We're looking for, again, statistical changes, not, consumable changes. No, I'm not interested in that. That I'm interested in. We'll keep that. Fishtail. I don't remember what Fishtail does. It's a fly generator, but I don't remember why it generates flies. Because one of them's like when you get hit in the head, and I think that's fish head. Fish tail. Items and trinkets will generate blue flies now have double the effect. Yep, you love it. Because that means, oh yeah, baby. Guppy's head is doing absolute gangbusters for us. Yeah, we'll move on here. Guess I was moving a little bit faster on this run than I thought I was, because I didn't realize we were on to the mom fight there. But we'll see what we can manage here. And yeah, so cycling back conversationally a little bit, when I was going to my first semester, like I said, I was worried that I was not going to be able to wake up ever, and given that it's me, it's an honest worry, because it's college. You have to show up. You have to you have to treat it like it's a job. It's not an option to go. You just gotta go. And don't get me wrong. I know that there's like the argument like, hey, if you're sick or whatever have you, don't show up to a job, or well, and with the current global climate, jobs are even now more about that. Hey, if you're sick, super don't show up. And I get that, but I mean, like, you have to codify it in your mind as an obligation, not as an option. There were a lot of people I knew who would look at college or look at classes and be like, yeah, it doesn't matter if I show up. It doesn't actually matter if I go. It just matters that I do the test. And I never, ever want to get into that mentality, because I know that there are classes that I could very much so do that for. And there were a couple that I did after the first semester went exclusively distance, because I just got to be honest with you, I was really struggling trying to learn my harder courses, and I just knew that these easier courses weren't gonna need my full attention, so I decided to just say, screw it, I'll just do what I gotta do. I will do what I must, as the meme says. Oh wow, didn't need to walk there with all my flies doing all that stuff for us, but we're still doing good here, and we'll drop the Hierophant here just to go for it. Skolix, it's another one of those hurry up and wait bosses. I think this is the exact hurry up and wait boss I complained about last time, but it is what it is. The big downside is your flies will just yeet them, and apparently Isaac will just yeet himself into it because his controller is an idiot. But it's just hurry up and wait, and unfortunately it has the added mal effect of our flies will just jump into it without any regard of if it can deal damage to whatever part is showing, which is also a big pain. But there's not a whole lot you can really do to affect it. It's just you gotta roll with the punches. Book of Belial is good, and actually it's bookworm, so we'll pick it up, because I'm a thinker, and yeah, give us an extra 3% chance to deal with the devil, but I really think that the damage we're going to get from our flies is just going to be far, far above and beyond what that extra damage and deal chance will give us, because this is realistically... Oh, you hate to see this room. Get me out of here. Oh, that room sucks. If you don't have flying, that is an immediate leave room. No matter no matter where I'm at in a run, it doesn't matter how much power I have. I hate that room, and I will do everything I can to escape it. You don't care for these grabby rooms, but there's not a whole lot I can do to avoid them. At a certain point, you have to fight these ones head on, but like that one with the spikes is a nightmare. It's one of the worst configured rooms in the game for damage, right up there with that friggin' that poop-filled room that we had on the run that for me went live yesterday, but for you guys I think went live like a couple weeks ago. But I was just talking about something or other about how like double key rooms have the chance to spawn just poops. Haha, isn't that funny? And ours had like, I think it was just 5 regular wooden chests, and I was like, well, that kind of sucks, because double key rooms, you spend 2 keys to get into it, you expect a little bit more than like the 6 cents or whatever it was we actually got in value out of it. But the next room after I had been done talking about like haha poop in that room was literally a group of 4 of the charging poops with these suction stone head mouth things in them, or one of them in the middle with spikes all around it. And like, we had flying and we had a really strong run, and we ended up winning that run anyway, but these freaking mom hands, dude. But that run, or that room, ended up dealing, I think, like 4 full hearts of damage to us or more. Like, it was the stuff of nightmares, that room was. But yeah, it's it's just something that this game has several rooms in it that are beyond belief with how cruel they are, and that the grabby hands mixed spike room that we saw earlier that we completely bombed out of, and that poop room are like really high up there on my list of never again do I want to see that room type rooms. Alright, let's go for it. Fight the heart here. It's still not It Lives, which I think is 5 successful completions of this boss. So, you know, we still got time for this fight to be... Oh, wow. To be an easier version of the Mom's Heart fight. You know, it doesn't always spawn the Seeing Eyes or whatever it is, the ones that shoot beams and doesn't have so much going on. We did... Okay, that's good. We did get the deal, which means we will go down and try and fight Satan. I can't guarantee we'll be able to beat him, because our run's good, don't get me wrong. We have plenty of HP, but it's not... Oh, the game just got harder. That's right. So yeah, the stuff... Certain bosses and stuff start getting more rough now, and I think champions spawn. I don't know what I'm complaining about. Like, okay, I should... So, 7 damage is bad. To be at this stage of the game, you don't want to be at just 7 damage. You really don't. But Monstro's Lung is really, really helping us there. Not to mention the flies that we're generating here. Absolutely going a long way for us. All right, we're gonna full card. It's the wrong path. Don't you know that entire long hallway? Just don't go that way. Ooh, hate the shooty fires. We're gonna blow these up here. Ah, it shot us. Well, we're gonna blow these ones up too. Hope to get a heart. There we go. So we made our money back at least on the room. So another dead end. Great. You love to see it, really. And by love, I mean don't love. In case you couldn't tell. I know that this episode has been just the curse of the monotone for me, but I am invested. It's just my throat is less invested than my brain. You know. But it is what it is. I think this run has a chance to be a winner. We're gonna have to play well on the Satan fight, but okay then. But it's got a chance. Another straight dead end. What on earth is this floor? Genuinely, what is going on? All right. Pardon my ignorance. Okay. You know, when you take a heart of damage in every room, it starts to make the notion of winning look a lot less sincere. We're gonna hide in the corner. Hold you. Question mark card. We'll save that for when we find, and you know, we find our boss fight here. That's when we'll utilize question mark, because it lets us just activate our active item one more time without, you know, having to activate it, and we would love to have the extra. Oh, that's lovely. The extra flies for the boss for sure, rather than just kind of ambiently around. And I almost forgot to use it there, but cooler has prevailed. We were able to use the spacebar item. But yeah, we're again, when you don't take damage on any of these rooms, it looks like I'm doing great, but I'm never discount my ability to screw up a winning run. You know, because I think it was literally my first run, I could have won it very easily just by taking a certain item that just is like, hey, you win, but just didn't do it, because sometimes that happens. Do we take a bomb into the boss fight? I say yes. We'll take a bomb in and we'll bomb the Fallen or whatever that guy is. We're gonna use double active here, so now we got a good ring of flies going. I probably should have saved that for the same fight, but here we go. Let's go. Here we go. So you got 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, drop a bomb. Oh, I was a Mississippi early on that one. Entirely my bad. You can blame that one on me, coach. Ooh. Careful. All right, got it there. Ooh. All right, yeah, this I don't know what I was complaining about. We got it. This one's in the bag. Oh, alright, well, I'm getting cocky now, I know. But, like, with how quickly we first phase Satan... Oh, okay, that's bad. The worst part is we don't know our HP, right? But we know for sure that we could take, like, 2, 3 or 4 hits. Okay, we're good. We did it. Again, scary, but we did it. Oh, yo, I think we just unlocked Mom's Knife, which is, like... Yeah, that's one of the best items. You love to see that one early. But we made it through, and actually that was a really quick run. 35 minutes, despite my... my tone. We managed to make it through that run, and we managed to pull it through. So we'll be on to what's our streak at? Let's sneak a peek. Also, as you can see here, I didn't mention it at the start of the episode, but we have the negative forming on one side and the Polaroid on the other. So we'll be getting those items. But yeah, we have a nice streak of 4 now. So we're well on our way. But if you have stuck around for the whole 35, excuse me, it's now 36 minutes. Thank you. And be sure to leave a like. It helps out a lot. It helps seeing people are liking what I'm doing, knowing that they're enjoying it. If you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe. Would love to have you stick around. I promise I don't always sound like I got a frog in my throat. Or at least I don't always sound dour. But this episode and probably the one after, are just going to have me sound a little froggy, and that's okay. It's just, it happens sometimes. But, we'll be back in full form in a few episodes here for you. But, it just sometimes it really be like that. But if you do want to reach out to me in any way, be sure to leave a comment down in the comment section down below. So far, I haven't missed a single comment as of the recording of this, I should mention. There's always time for that to change, because right now we're up to 5 subs, which is huge. That's awesome. I don't know if I've mentioned it in Isaac yet. I'll make mention of it in the next episode for sure. But we're up to 5 subs. That's a huge milestone. For me, I know that's not like, you look at other YouTubers and that's that's a pittance. They get that in a millisecond. But for me, having just started out here, already being up to 5, that's awesome. I'm only a week into doing these recordings. Don't get me wrong. Like I know that on your end, it's been longer than that by a lot. But for me, it's only been about a week and change. So I'm just getting started here, and being up to 5 already, it's awesome. I'm very happy to see it. But if if you have subscribed, thank you, and if you haven't, that's okay. Don't feel like you gotta, but I would love to see you sticking around. And like I said, if you want to get in touch with me, feel free to be in the comment section. Feel free to reach out to me on Twitter. You can find Orange Joe there at most folks. If you're curious on how to spell that, check the description box down below. And as the end of every description I put up so far says, I hope you have a lovely day. We'll see you next time.